Over 100 primary and secondary school students got some hands-on tutoring lessons to broaden their knowledge about the historical culture of the Virgin Islands when they visited the 4 national museums located at Parakeet Bay and Road Town, Tortola during the week of May 18th. The visits were organized by the Department of Culture as part of activities to observe World Museum Day. Sean Rose has more in this report.
The worldwide community of museums, they are celebrating International Museum Day, usually annually around May 18th. And right here in BVI, we are part of this this global celebration. Ms. Anne Leonard from the Department of Culture.
Some countries observe it for a day, some a week, even throughout a period of a month. And we are part of 145 countries who are observing Museum Day, and among also over 35,000 museums throughout the world. So this year, what the Department of Culture has done is to invite our schools and our students to visit our museums here in the BVI. We are entertaining a number of students. We are here at the 1780 Sugar Works Museum here today. They will also be visiting the Maritime Museum at HLSCC, as well as the museum at the Old Government House and the Folk Museum on Main Street. So we have a number of students. They're very excited to be here visiting, some for the very first time, the museums, and we have students from also the sister islands of Virgin Gorda, Anegada, and Just Van Dyke as well.
Laverne Blyden, principal Just Van Dyke School. The student, it's not new to them. Last year when was International Museum Day, they had a full week and they took parts of these stuff to Just Van Dyke, and the students were abreast to what took place. So when I told them that they come in to Tortola to be a part of the museum itself, they were all excited to be in the actual setting of the museum. So it means a lot to them in terms of, when I question them in terms of what does it mean to you, what does a museum mean to you, and they tell me about artifacts, things that you don't see anymore, things that are not used anymore like before. So for them, it's a great experience.
My name is Mordecai Fontaine and I attend the Brigada Flax Primary School. And we have seen like pictures of the past people and the sloops, boats, and our first trip was to the HLSCC Museum.
My name is Daniela Sylvan, and I think this museum is really good because you could like come in here and see the things that the old folks used to be using.
My name is Lionel Smith. I'm from Clark Creek Educational Center from Anegada, and it's a really good experience for me. Really learn a lot of history today.
My name is Jadasia Leonard. I go to Robinson O'Neill Memorial Primary School, and the visit to the museum means a lot to me. So after the visit to the museum, I learn a lot about what they built and what they done in the years back when people wasn't thinking what the Amerindians and the early settlers did. It will teach me a lot. So like, because we are dealing with the early settlers in class, so we learn a lot more about the early settlers.
My name is Kimberly George. I'm from the Brigada Flax Primary Division. It's a good thing because we just finished up the historical sites and museums in our social studies curriculum. So it gives them the opportunity to not only see it in pictures, but actually come and be a part of it and see some parts of our history, local history here in the British Virgin Islands. So they are truly appreciating what they have seen so far. We went to the Maritime Museum up at the college, and they were actually able to get first-hand information of the sloops. They actually saw boat captains from Virgin Gorda, so they were able to relate to a lot of the information that were there. So I think it's very educational and inspiring at the same time for the students.
A number of students, I suspect over 100 students will be visiting these museums across Tortola this year. What does this mean to the Department of Culture?
The Department of Culture is very excited that we have been given the opportunity to showcase the museum to our students here in the BVI. It excites us because we are able to show and tell them things that they may not ordinarily receive in a classroom or even in their home environments, because we know our families do not speak as much as we did in the past about our culture and the traditions that we shared here in the BVI. So we are excited that we're able to showcase that to our students here today. And when these students go home this evening, I'm sure they're going to tell mommy or daddy or their guardians, you know, I learned this today about the distillery. I learned this today about the Old Government House Museum. I learned this today about the Maritime Museum, and they in turn will get their parents and the rest of the community excited about our heritage and the history here through visiting the museums today.
Well, thank you so much, Leonard. Certainly museums for sustainable societies, and this is something that the Department of Culture seems quite excited about. Sean Rose, live from the 1780 Lower Estate Sugar Works Museum for JTV News.